Union, intersection, and complement. In mathematics, when we talk about the sets, we should know what actually union, intersection, and complement. The three are very easy and very important, and they have a very minor difference among them. So first of all, we're going to talk about their definition, their symbols, and then we're going to move about their example. So what is union? So a very prescribed definition of this one is the union of two sets or all the elements from both sets. Or you can say that if I have a set A and set B, so I'm going to add up all of these two numbers, or I'm going to include all of these two sets, so it's becoming my union. So for the symbol, the union symbol is a U symbol, and when we have to add up, or in shorter words, I can say if I have a set A and it's 2, 3, whereas I have another set and it's B, it's 1 and 2. And if I have to take their union, I'm going to write like A union B. So I have to write all of these two sets number. So it's 2, 3, 1 and 2. I'm going to write 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to repeat any number. If it's doubling like this, 2 is here and here as well. That doesn't matter. I'm going to write it only once. So 1, 2, 3. So all the numbers of both of the elements are going to write in the union. Now let's talk about the intersection. The intersection of two sets are those elements that belong to both sets. And it's represented by a symbol. I'm going to say that it's the opposite of U. Now similarly, I have the same set A, it's 2, 3, and I have the other set, it's 1, 2, and I have to take the intersection of these two sets. So I have to take only the common number which is between them. I can see 2 is the only number which is in both of these sets. So I'm going to write here that it's going to be only 2. Now the third one is the complement. Complement is actually all the elements that are not in the set are the complement of that set. For example, if I have a set A and its elements are 1, 3, 4, 5. Now I have to write the complement because my set is starting from 1 and it's ending at 5. So I'm going to write like A complement equals, because 2 is missing, so I'm going to write here 2. Or I can also show it with this number A prime. I'm gonna call it A prime, but it's actually the complement and it's only become equal to 2. So these are my union, intersection and complement thing. They are symbols as well. Now let's see if I have an example and I have to solve all of these three things in a single question. I'm gonna tackle this thing. So for this I have I have a set, it's U equals to from 1 to 10. And I have another set, it's A, it's 3, 4, 5 and 8, whereas my B is 1, 3, 5 and 7, 9. Now I have to find out my first part, which says I have to find the complement of A as well as complement of B. Now if I remember, according to the definition of complement, all the elements that are not in set A are the complement of A. So in order to solve my part A, first of all, I'm going to write my A set. My A set is actually 3, 4, 5 and 8. Now, I know my range is started from 1 and it's going till 10. So, if I have to take the A complement, so I'm going to write all of those numbers which are not in that set A. So, 1 is missing, 2 is missing, 6 is missing, 7 is not here, as well as 9 and 10. So this is my complement, and you can see all of these numbers are not in set A. Now let's talk about the complement of B. If I have to take complement of B, so first of all I'm going to write my B set, which is 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Now if I have to take complement of B, I'm going to write all of those elements which are not in set B. So those are 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So this is my B complement. My part A is done. Now let's talk about the part B. In part B, I have to take complement of A. I have to take union of A and B. So it's A union B. It's very simple. First of all, I'm going to write my values of A, which is 3, 4, 5 and 8. Then I'm going to put my union sign, and then my values for B, which is 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Now union mean I have to write all of the number, not the repeating term. So I have my 1, I have my 3 in both of them, the 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9 as well. You can see 5 is the repeating term as well as 3 is the repeating term, but I'm going to write it here only once because union said you have to write all of them but at least at once. You don't need to write it in a double way. Now my part 2 is done. I'm going to write my part C, which says I have to find my intersection here. Now this time I have to find the intersection of A and B. So I'm going to write my values of A, which is 3, 4, 5 and 8, the intersection sign, and then my values of B, which is 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So if I have to take intersection, I have to find which is the common thing here, which numbers are repeating here. So it's 3, which is in both sets, 5 is also in both sets, as well as there is no one else except 3 and 5. So these are my intersection. So union means you have to write all of the numbers in both of the sets, and intersection means you only have to write the number which is in common form in both of the sets. Now let's talk about the part D. The part D says that I have to find my n bracket A union B. Now what does this n means actually? It says the number of element. I have to find out how many numbers of elements are there in A union B. I can see my A union B is this set. So I have to count the numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 numbers. I can say the number of elements in A union B is 7. Similarly, if I have to find out my A intersection B numbers, I have to see where is my A intersection B. Here it is. So I have to count how many numbers are there. So it's only 3 and 5. There are 2 numbers there. So I'm going to write it's 2. So this is how I just find out my union, intersection, complement, as well as the number of union and intersection of the complement. For more videos, just subscribe my channel.